Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. This is January 21st, and I want to welcome everyone to our leadership call. We have an amazing call tonight. Continuation of the skills, building confidence. But one quick trip to the newbie corner. I have something amazing to tell you guys. Well, not really amazing, but just something that Coach Tina and Dee Dee and I were talking about this morning on our we have like a work call that we do in the mornings. And we were talking about employee mindset. And we were talking about, some of our struggles and different things. And Tina made a really great point as to like sometimes you have people they don't know what to do. And that's because they are so used to being told what to do, like an employee mindset. Whereas if you have your business, you have to take control, be disciplined, and set a plan for yourself and follow that plan. It's kind of like you're telling yourself what to do. And I was like, oh, it makes a lot of sense there, and I could see myself how you would have inaction because you don't know what to do. You would just be stagnant in your business. You wouldn't take any action because you don't know what to do. Not because you're lazy. I mean, that's a whole nother story. But you would just be hesitant to do things because you didn't like it was like a sense of confusion and you couldn't really put your finger on it. You'd be like, well, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this, or I'm not talking to people. I'm not, but it would be because you either, we talked about this before, either you didn't have the skills and you don't know how to execute, when to execute and do those things. And I'm seeing that so much now, and I'm feeling more confident to do those things and take more action. So that's an observation that I had this morning, and I just wanted to share with you all this morning. So now I'm sure Coach Will is going to have something to say about that. But Coach Will is our teacher this evening. He is an amazing, he has an amazing way of delivering the message as far as whatever it is we need to learn. And he's surpassed 7 figures in the green organics companies and just a great teacher. So Coach Will, are you available, sir?
I am available. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Miriam. I appreciate you so much. And I want to thank you and Marcus for making sure that these calls go off without a hitch. And I also want to give a quick shout out to Charlotte and Kenya, Sydney, Tiara Moore, Coach Sonic as well, Coach Seymour, obviously, and all of our up and coming new leaders, and even our industry veterans like Larice Rivers, Lillian Corville, Elizabeth Harper, and others. I want to thank them, and Tommy, all our up and coming leaders. I want to thank the veterans who are here. Just Larice and Lillian just stood out, but there's a ton of veterans that we have on the team. And just the example that they've set of being in this industry for the years that they've been in the industry, the money they've made, the lives impacted, and a lot of times our veterans, the people that we learn the most from, who've been in the industry, some longer than people like myself and Marcus have even been in the industry. Some of these young ladies and men have been in the industry for upwards of 20 years, sometimes all close to 30 years. Rick Burnett as well. And we learned so much from them. And a lot of times because they're newer to the company, a lot of times they haven't been here for as many years as we have. They haven't hit like maybe the income and rank levels yet. And they will. They've done it before. They'll do it again. But it's the principle that you can never say thank you too much to people. And a lot of our new members, you'll have a chance to meet a lot of those people I just mentioned at the event in Orlando, Florida, coming up at the end of February, the 21st to the 23rd. So I just want to give a quick shout out, a quick thank you. John Maxwell, who I was fortunate enough to be in a, uh, uh, a private paid mentorship group with John Maxwell many years ago. And he would always say that one, from a leadership standpoint, one, no matter how good you are, one is too small a number to ever achieve greatness. Okay, one is too small a number to ever achieve greatness. So it just doesn't happen without a core group of people, and everybody has a role. Everybody ends up as a leader in their own right. but the best leaders know how to follow. I still take coaching and wisdom and insight from Coach Marcus. I still learn from Paula on a regular basis. I was asking Paula about the pay plan last week. Like, can you break this down to another level about how the algorithm does this, that, or a third, so we can make it and make the most money for people and things of that nature. But just know it is a actual impossibility statistically to ever achieve anything great by yourself. So always be humble, always be grateful for the people that God has put in your life, especially in these organizations, and understand that we're all people. You know, nobody's perfect, but we all want to be our best for ourselves, our families, and for each other. So I just want to thank y'all so much for that, and Miriam and Marcus especially for making sure these calls are rolling through, so we can get the information to the people. Wait, do we got a congrats? Hold on? Did I miss a congrats in the chat? What did I miss? Tanya and Miriam for crossing 507,000. Yeah, Miriam. Look, I was messaging Miriam earlier. I don't even know if I hit send on a message. I was telling her, well, Miriam, I would just tell you now because I was gonna message you. I'm gonna see you at 10,000, 7,000. I love it. We're gonna celebrate. We hype about it. But a young lady of your skill and your ability and the networking that you've been doing, you're gonna be. I expect to see you at 10,000 faster than you made it to 7. I mean that. And for some reason, when I speak stuff like that over people's lives, it tends to happen. I told Seymour, buddy, you're gonna be a dime. We gotta have you. He was like, done. Say less. 100,000 commissions coming. Say less. So we just want to continue to speak positivity over everybody, and congratulations to Ciara of her work anniversary as well. So I'm just happy to be on here with y'all. So as is custom, I don't know how this works, but every time Miriam gets on and talks about something from the newbie corner, I'm like, oh, that's so good. And then a thought pops in my head, and I just want to start the call with elaborating on what she was talking about as far as the can't do, won't do paradigm. And she brought up something so important. In your coaching and in your leadership, even when you're coaching your one new member and you're helping them get off to a good start, and you're working with other people and you're working with your team's team to help them get off to a good start and put the work in, excuse me, you're going to run into sometimes one or two situations. And one of the situations is going to be won't do, like they just won't do what they need to do, or they can't do what they need to do and what you're explaining to do as far as the system. Now, from a standpoint of won't do it, if they won't do it, that is going to be a mindset issue for them, specifically motivation. And you can only do so much to motivate a person because that motivation has to come from their vision, their dream, their 20 reasons why. They have to be motivated to do the work. So if they know what to do but won't do it, that is a mindset issue. And so you know what kind of to work on there, all right? If they can't do it, but they would, that's a skill set issue. And then you know you need to tweak your coaching and teaching for them to make sure that they have the skills and the confidence that the skills brings. Okay, so before we dive in to part 2 of the 6-part series in generating elite level confidence for network marketing, let's dive into a little bit of mindset work. Okay, now I'm going to give you a very, very important statement. Please write this one down. I don't always say that you should write something down, but write this one down, and you can write this down. My commitment to my vision determines my income. Okay, write that down. You're using that one in the first person. Okay, my commitment to my vision determines my income. All right. When I see people like Tiara Moore, who has a full-time job, she's a teacher, you know, in Georgia, full-time job, career, got stuff to do, family, friends. She got everything to do everybody else got to do, but she still puts in the work to achieve the goals that she set for herself when she got started with the company. Okay, you can look at Coach Marcus. Coach Marcus has a full-time job, family, friends, and everything else. Okay, but he still puts in the work to get to the vision that he established when he first got started with the company, and more so the industry. Your commitment to your vision will determine your income. Now, if you have a vision with no commitment, you're going to lose. If you have a vision but no commitment, that's a whole lot of want, whole lot of talk, not a whole lot of do. You're probably going to lose. You're probably going to fall into the category of the 70% of people who die broke as far as business and entrepreneurship and anything on that level, because your commitment to your vision will determine your income. You got to be committed to your vision insofar as you got your commitment to be a better person, your commitment to your brand, the company, but also your commitment to the brand that you're building for yourself, your personal brand. Okay, you don't want your personal brand to be something that people associate with gossip and backbiting and infighting. You want people to associate your personal brand with positivity, not negativity and excuse making. You want people to associate your personal brand with integrity. You want people to associate your personal brand with, and I'm just giving y'all some leadership mindset right now. If people ever talking negative about you, A, they're never going to do it to your face. But when they talking negative about you, just understand that stuff 99.99 times out of 100, it's not true. But the human brain has an old part of it in the not the neocortex, in the older amygdala part of the brain. It's a thing that governs safety, okay, and danger. And this is why the news station knows to promote negativity and people dying and terrorist stuff 24/7, because people in their brain will intuitively lock in to anything that might be dangerous or gossip, because gossip could be on a subconscious level. Oh, I need to watch out for that person, they dangerous. So the brain's going to lock into that way quicker than it'll lock into positivity. So when I see people being positive, when I see people pushing forward in their business despite the negatives and things like that, I say that's a person who's self-aware. That's a brand I want to be affiliated with. And that is how people are going to look at you. And when you do post something about your business, I had a new friend I met on Facebook at an axe tournament that I was in Arkansas a couple months back. Forgot we were even Facebook friends. And she messaged me today and said, "Okay, I'm just, the curiosity got the best of me. What is this doing with people making money?" Now, if I did not have a brand that was associated, now she doesn't know nothing about my income, nothing about this, nothing about that. She just saw the post I made edifying you guys and girls, the new team members that are doing great. It was, I think, Leslie on that one, Chelsea, Ed Banks was on that one, Alyssa Johnson was on that one, Lynn Holland was on that one, Tom Farr, I think, was on that one as well. So it's just edifying other people, nothing to do with me. She was like, "What are y'all doing making money for people?" And then I gave her the copy paste, script. "Hey, I'm busy right now. It's snowing outside, this, that, or a third. But would it be okay if I sent you a video?" She's like, "Yes, a video." And so we're going down the path of, y'all know how it works. You know the step-by-step copy paste method. I do what I teach. I do what I teach. I make the post, the content's engaging, and she's been seeing non-business related content for months at this point. I forget when that tournament was, but she's been seeing this content for months, just funny, engaging, positive, thought-provoking. And when I do make a post about business, it might not get 40 billion likes or nothing like that, but them DMs is going to hit. And that's the point of having a brand that people, even if they only meet you one time, if they meet you one time, they know that you're a person who's positive, because they got people in the Axe community, just like they have people in the network marketing community, people that are negative, people always talking bad about somebody else when they're not around, this, that, or the third. They got that in every job, in every hobby, in anything you ever do. But from a leadership standpoint, your commitment to your vision will determine your income, and you got to be committed to the motivation, committed to the discipline, committed to the sacrifice, and committed to your vision. When you think about your vision and how you're going to be in 3 to 5 years or less for some of you, and the money you'll have, and the house you'll have, and the relationship you'll have, and the cars you'll have, the vacations you'll be on, and the teams you'll be leading, when you think about that, is any part of that being negative or gossipy or complaining or blaming other people for your lack of results? No, no. So you got to not do that now. And why can I tell you about this? I can tell you about it because that was me. I've been there. I've made all the mistakes you can ever make in network marketing. I have made them. Every single mistake you can make in a personal life, I've made it. Every single mistake you can make at a job, in effect, anything you name that's messed up, I've made that mistake. And God brought me through it, learned valuable lessons, and you move on. So I can only coach you through things that you either are going to encounter with yourself or others, or you're currently encountering with yourself and others. And all leaders have had to deal with that. And Lynn said, "Yeah, I didn't quit. There was no quit in me." A lot of people say, I was thinking, man, I'll be thinking about even top earners sometimes. Man, it was every other week I wanted to quit. Not me. I'm sorry. I can't relate to that. There is nothing in me that ever wanted to quit pushing forward to my dream and my vision, regardless if I had to pivot how I do things or the company closed, which happened before to me. Doesn't matter. I was going to pivot until I got to where I wanted to go, and I'm still pushing, and I want you to keep pushing too. Okay. So for people who are in Florida and the South, Georgia, y'all have gotten snow before. We don't never get snow in Florida. And I was politely reminded today, that over a foot and a half something of snow, I'm not a fan. I 10 out of 10, 0 out of 10, I do not recommend. Dealing with the snow reminded me of the cycles and the seasons. And I told, my lovely wife earlier, I was like, yo, I can't wait till the springtime. Well, I got she's from Pennsylvania, MJ from Pennsylvania. So she's used to the snow up in Pittsburgh area, Pennsylvania. They used to the snow. Not me. I don't like it. I can't stand it. Nothing to do with it. No dish. Yeah, Lillian, we ain't never got snow like this in the South. Okay. I do not like this at all. Okay. So the point is, when dealing with it, I just had to. Rick knows we in the South, we in the Gulf Coast. We don't do this cold stuff like y'all. We don't do this. I left Dallas because it had ice 2 years in a row. Okay, Francine, Canada is different. I've been to Canada in the wintertime, and I love it because Canada's beautiful, and I know that snow is supposed to be there in the wintertime. So when I went to Canada a couple of times, I loved it because I knew what I was getting into. Florida, no, we don't like it. But here's the thing, it's a cycle, it's a season. And you just got to figure out what season, and it's typically 4. It's just the way God set it up. You have to figure out what part of the season of your business you're in. See, Tiara, they could look, I don't like it. Atlanta got hit with snow again. I don't like it. All right. So you got to know what season you're in your business. And I'm going to give you just that quick point. We're going to dive into the confidence teaching in a second. But remember our 4-step system. And we got pillars, we got all of that stuff, but the system. Being a product of the product is a season. Okay. Learning the skill sets and mindsets that lead to success is a season that you're in. Okay. Recruiting the right 2 people is a season. That's wintertime for a lot of y'all, because people love to use the products, they love to learn. They don't like that recruiting, though. They don't like them getting them no's and getting them rejections on the way to achieve their goals. But that's like the wintertime. Okay. So you got using the product of the product is technically like summer. Some of y'all are in your summer right now. You're really falling in love with the products. You're developing your testimonials and things of that nature. Some of you are in the fall season. And the fall is when you're learning. It's that learning period that a lot of people love to learn information. Now you get to that winter season of doing, though. See, that winter season, you remember people who can't do it, all right, they need to learn some skills. People who won't do it, they need to get some mindsets and get some motivation. So just understand, if you're in that winter season of doing, you are trying to get the right tool. You're trying everything, putting the work in. Just understand it will happen. It always happens. It's just a numbers game. And then the next season is going to be springtime, which is duplication. And that's just ironic because spring is when you have the growth. It's when the flowers are blooming and all the birds are singing. It's the duplication. It's when you're teaching people to teach people to teach people, that 4th step in our 4-step process. So just know that there's a season. Be real about yourself, with yourself, about what season you're in, and then understand that your teammate, your upline support team, your downline success team, think about they may be in a different season than you. You might be in the springtime season, which is teaching and duplication, and you're having a blast. They might be in the winter and they're going through it. Okay, so you just have to be aware of, from a leadership standpoint, where are your people that are reaching out to you for coaching and guidance and mentorship and wisdom, and know where they're at. And a call like this can help them be self-aware and know where they're at. Okay, so let's give you one more, all right? Because once you start really hitting your stride in duplication, because you have a core of your really core 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 people, that's your core group. Okay. You got to have it too, but you might have at some point a core group of like 6 people, all right, that are really hardcore, really, they're going to do this business. If you quit tomorrow, they still going to do this business and make it work because they're so committed to their vision. I didn't say that you got to be committed to my vision. They don't have to be committed to your vision. People should be committed to their own vision. And once you start winning, here's another season. Here's some seasons right here. Once you start winning that winning season, that's going to lead to you leveling up. Now, leveling up is going to lead to harder opponents, bigger distractions, bigger responsibility, more haters. It's when you win, that's here, and then you level up. When you level up, okay, some people say when you level up, you devil up. It's not your fault. It's what it is. It's a harder fight. Thank you, Tommy. It's a harder fight when you level up. And with harder opponents and more distractions, and you got to learn new skills and recruit more people. You already know hot market left, no warm market left. You got to listen. And you're dealing with all kind of external pressures and influences, which come with success. They come with winning. They come with leveling up. That's life. Okay. Having harder opponents is going to lead to losing. New levels, new devils. Facts. Okay. More money, more problem. Facts. But being broke is worse. But thanks, Shauna. That's true though. New levels, new devils. That's life. The harder opponents are going to lead to you losing some. You're going to lose some time. You're going to lose some fights. See, winning, you're winning. And then you level up. And leveling up leads to harder opponents and distractions in life and general challenges. Those challenges are going to lead to losing. And you got to be okay with that. You're going to have a period or a season when you're taking some L's, my guy, my girl. You're going to have some L's, okay? But losing leads to learning. Losing leads to learning. You will learn more from your losses and rejections than you ever learn from your wins. And guess what learning leads to? Learning leads to winning. But winning leads to leveling up. And then leveling up is going to lead to harder opponents and bigger challenges, bigger life. Look, bigger mortgage, bigger car, bigger everything. That's leveling up. That's life. That's leveling up. But then you're going to accumulate some losses. The losses are going to lead to learning. They're going to teach you. And then the learning is going to lead to winning. Okay, so it's a cycle. Summer, winter, spring, fall, whatever order, it's a cycle. It's what it is. You can look at that. That's just the way God set it up. There's a cycle to most things in life. I haven't found nothing there's not a cycle to yet. But even relationships, your relationships got a winter, a summer, spring, and a fall. All you got to do is survive the winter. You'll be okay. Survive. You'll be all right. All right. Your team and the way you build your business, it's the same way in any aspect of your business. So just understand it's all a cycle. The winning, the learning leads to winning. The winning leads to leveling up. Leveling up leads to bigger challenges. The bigger challenges are going to lead to losses. Losses lead to learning. Learning leads to winning. And the cycle repeats. You just have to be very aware and know it just depends on what part of the cycle you're in. Okay. Everybody's in some part of the cycle, and nobody stays in the same part of the cycle forever. Nobody. Okay. Let's dive into it, ladies and gentlemen. Part two in the 6-part elite confidence for network marketing series. And the number one must have, not most people don't have it, but the number one must have was self-talk. And we talked a lot about self-talk on the last call. And we finished up last week's call with 3 words, which were success, validation, and judgment. And when we finished up the call with success, validation, and judgment. That is the 3 external factors that people normally use unknowingly that they derive their confidence from. Success, when they're winning games, they're confident. Validation, how many likes they get. Are people complimenting them, or are they winning and things like that? They feel validated, okay? Then you have judgment. People are going to judge you no matter what, no matter what. The word says, judge not lest ye be judged, but people are going to judge you anyway. It's human nature. It's what people do. I'm going to judge you. And if your confidence is based upon the judgments that people pass, like this, you're awesome, or you're not, it all ties back into the validation. And none of that is going to be internal confidence. And the internal confidence is what you need. If your confidence is external, it will not be there when you need it most. I'm going to say that again. If your confidence and the things that make you confident are external, the confidence will not be there when you need it most. Okay, so we've got, over the course of this 6-part series, we have to make your confidence internal, consistently internal. Okay, just understand, it's gonna be AWOL. Yeah, for real. Okay, so 3 things that you can do, and this is just to add to the self-talk side of it as we move into the next must-have. Whenever there's a situation, the first S stands for the situation. So it's going to be 4 S's. The first S is for situation. Good or bad, there's a situation that happens. You immediately must identify what happened in the situation. This can be applied to network marketing or to life. First off, let's just get the facts out there. The first S stands for situation. What happened? Okay. The next S you need to think about is the self-talk. When that situation happened, what did you say to yourself about the situation? Okay, this is one of my favorite exercises to do. Even when you don't remember to do it in the moment, you'll remember it when you hear stuff like this. Think back to a negative situation or a positive situation and run it through these 4 S's. Okay, so the S right there is what happened, situation. The next S is self-talk. Okay, what did you say to yourself? All right. What did you say to yourself? What did I say when that happened and I got that information, when I got that call, I got that letter, I saw that. How did I handle that? Internally, what was the situation? What was the facts? But what was my self-talk about? What did I think about that situation at the time? And then the third S is going to stand for stress. And stress is going to be, how did it affect your confidence? Did it build you up? Did your self-talk build you up? Or did your self-talk tear you down? Okay. Did your self-talk build you up, or did your self-talk take the stress? Did it provide healthy, positive stress? Like when you go to a gym, that's healthy, positive stress. When you get stressed out and you get in a car accident, that's negative stress. So there are multiple types of stress. So just understand, how did the third S, how did it affect your confidence? How did your self-talk about that situation affect your confidence? Okay. And then the fourth S is going to stand for self-awareness. You just going through that exercise, regardless of the outcome, it makes you more self-aware. One of the biggest things about being successful in this industry is that you have to become self-aware. If you don't learn how to monitor your self-talk, you will quite honestly probably never learn how to monitor. Wait a minute. You will probably never learn how to monitor your talk that you talk to other people. And you'll catch yourself saying some stuff you shouldn't say. Because if you can't monitor your self-talk, you definitely not going to monitor your third-party speech. You are not going to monitor that. You're not self-aware. You don't understand how the things you speak about yourself and about other people are directly impacting the current results that you have in your life. You can't. And I can only tell you that because I've been on the wrong side of that equation so many times. I'd much rather be the one getting talked about than the person talking about people. All right. You don't want that. And as a leader, it's going to happen to you. Just be okay with it and say, you know what, Coach Will told me about that. I just got to water off a duck's back. Let me keep winning, because back when I was losing, and back when I had no team, and back when I had no success, and back when I had no rank, and back when I wasn't in a happy, healthy relationship, look, wasn't nobody talking bad about me. That's going to happen to you. Look, it happened to Jesus. It happened to all the great prophets. It happened to Muhammad. It happened to everybody. It's gonna happen to you. We're not even on the level of those great prophets of old in Christ, but it's gonna happen to you. And from a leadership standpoint, if I don't tell you about it, I've done you a disservice. Because when it happens on your success journey, for some of you, if you weren't prepared, it'll knock you off your square. You'll start hating the business, and your self-talk will be so negative because there was nobody to ever give you the vision, insight, and perspective who've already made it, and then be able to say, this is part of the course. This is what we sign up for. It's okay. Let them do what they do. You got to do what you can control. And that's why you'll always be ahead of anybody talking about you forever. It'll never change. All right. They should take that energy and speak positively about themselves instead of speaking negatively about you. That is what you're going to learn on your way to the top. I promise you. It has not failed me or any one of the over 20 people that I have now coached to make over $100,000 in network marketing. It's never failed any of them at least once. It's never failed. Never failed. All right. So let's dive into it as we become more self-aware with our speech. The second must have, okay, for elite level confidence is 3 magic words. Don't wait, do. Don't wait, do. 3 magic words. Don't wait, do. Okay. Because when you're confident, let me explain those 3 magic words, which is the second must have for elite level confidence. Okay. When your confidence comes from the wrong 3 words, which is success, validation, and judgment of others, it's external. You're always waiting for the success to happen. Then you feel confident. You're waiting to win the game and hit the shot. Then you feel confident. You're waiting to hit the rank of platinum or diamond. Then you're confident. You're waiting to hit 100K in commissions. Then you're confident. Okay, you're waiting because your motivation, your confidence is tied to external factors, outcomes that you really can't control. Success, validation, and judgment. But when you use the right three words, okay, don't wait, do. Use the right three words, you are no longer waiting for the likes on the post. You're not waiting for the validation or the diamond rank, and then you'll be confident after that. No, 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 no. You're not waiting for people to pass judgment on you, good or bad. In that case, you're waiting for external things that give you confidence. When you say don't wait, do, and you decide to do confidence and understand that confidence is an action word as much as it anything else, you can't control the outcomes, you can only control the input. That's the bar. Write that down. That's a bar. That's a bar. You can't control the outcome, you can only control the input. Write that down. Can only control what you do. Okay. So in 2025, ladies and gentlemen, after part 2 of the 6-part series, we will not be waiting anymore for any external things, events, people, word, or results to make us confident. We will not be waiting for nothing external to make us confident. Zero. We must be confident. And in order to be confident, you must do confidence. It's an action word. Okay. So I'm gonna give you a tip. Action step before we wrap up the call. Action steps. Figure out what you do, and this actually ties in perfectly with the call we did on 12 steps to be a top earner on Sunday night. So if you haven't seen that recording, please cop that out the group or on the One Team One Dream YouTube channel. The things you can do to be a top earner ties directly in with this. We got action steps because you're going to figure out what you do when you're confident and reverse engineer that. Okay, because you're going to talk to yourself like you the one, and you're going to control the variables that you can control. Okay, so we're going to do what we call create confidence indicators. Okay, we're going to create confidence indicators. We're going to create CIs. All right, I want you to think back as your action step for the week. I want you to think back to a time period where you felt confident. It might have been when you finished basic training. I want you to close your eyes and think back. Like just humor me and follow the exercise, and you can do it again as many times as you need. But close your eyes and think back to a time when you felt confident. It might be when you finished basic training in the military. Might have been when you first when you realized that you were going to be a great parent. Like your child was doing something magnificent and you taught them how to do it. It's or when you got a promotion at work, or when you were on stage at the last event or the event before that, you got your diamond ring for the company, or you got your 100K earner banner. When you felt confident, even if you got to go back to high school, when you won that game, or I remember one time I blocked 3 shots in one play. I was on fire that game. I get excited thinking about it back then. When you were confident, imagine and put yourself right there, because the brain does not know the difference between imagination and real. This is why we cry at the movies sometimes. You see Titanic, you cry at the movies. You know Leonardo DiCaprio is alive and rich, and Rose McGowan is alive and rich. These two people you're looking at when you watch Titanic in the theaters a billion years ago were alive and rich. Alive and rich. But people, myself included, I'm shedding a tear, a real tear in the theater. Like, what is happening? Your brain can't tell the difference between true, real, and fake. It can't tell. So you have to use your imagination to your advantage, and you can go back and find the exact feeling when you're running. Somebody just said running track in high school. Yeah, whatever it is. Very confident refereeing, whatever it is. People are like, man, you got that one. You got that one. I hope you ref all the games. Now, in that moment, I want you to go back to that exact scene and walk around the track right after you won. What are people telling you? Your eyes are closed. What are people telling you? What is your posture like? Are your shoulders up? Is your head up? Chest out, shoulders back? You feeling good? High five. Be in the moment of that, okay? And those confidence indicators, note your posture. Note your posture in your imagination right now. Albert Einstein said imagination is more powerful than knowledge, and he wasn't wrong. Note your posture in your vision right now. Pick out the confidence indicators in your posture. How are you walking? What's your pace like? What is your breathing like? What are the sounds? Is there a sound? Is there a song playing? Is there a song playing in the soundtrack to the imagination of you going to a true real life scenario when you were confident? What's the song playing? What's the song that when you hear it to this day is playing right now? Okay? You should play that song regularly. Maybe it's words from people. Let me tell you how deep I go when it comes down to engineering my imagination to create my future success. I will record on the audio clip on my phone or make a YouTube video that only I can see put on private setting. And I will tell myself everything that I'm going to do. I'm going to tell myself everything I need to feel about how I feel in a moment that I'm confident. And I will play that soundtrack whenever I feel like. Some of y'all don't listen to Beyonce's album 88 times this year. Some of you have listened to Post Malone 56 times this year. Some of y'all still listening to Michael Jackson Thriller, greatest album of all time, by the way. Some of y'all still listen to Stevie Wonder's Ass. Okay, greatest individual song, right up there with the Beastie Boys, the Beach Boys, Good Vibrations. Classic. Some of us have listened to the songs more than we have listened to a soundtrack that what we made that makes us feel some type of way. And the feeling is the secret. What did the patriarch tell his sons when he was handing out the blessing in the book of Genesis? He said, come near me that I may feel you. It's the feeling. When Isaac gave the blessing to Jacob and Esau, it's the feeling that you have to generate inside yourself. That's the confidence. And whatever song you got to do, you might need to record people telling you good stuff about yourself so you can play it. With AI, you can do anything. But that's the type of confidence indicators that I want you to start to implement this week, even if it's just posture. This here, all right, y'all, we're going to get on the call today. And look, we're about to get on this call. It's a different energy, 100%. So you want your confidence indicators, at least 3 of them. And they're easy to do. Breathing, energy, posture, chest up, shoulders, head up, eye contact. These are all confidence indicators. It's a very aggressive energy, confidence indicators. And when you start implementing those, you are now doing confidence. So you are going to, let's finish this part up. You are going to use as many confidence indicators as you can remember to use in the present moment, based on pulling them out of the real life past that really happened. Focus on the good, okay? Pull those into the present, okay? You're going to use as many confidence indicators as you can, and they're all personal to you, in the present moment, listen, with absolutely no regard for past failures, only past wins. Do you realize for the last 4 minutes, we've been talking about being imagination and getting confident and remembering how great you were? For that 4 minutes, you didn't think about a single negative thing in your life. You didn't think about a single loss. You didn't think about not having no money. You didn't think about the bank not being what you wanted it to be. You didn't think about not being the rank you wanted to be by the last event. You didn't think about what a bad day at work you had. You didn't think about your credit score. All you thought was about you being positive. And as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If you can maintain that feeling of confidence and success based on what you've already done, if you can just stretch that out from 4 minutes to 5, and then look, before you go to sleep, fall asleep in that state. If you fall asleep in the state of supreme imagined confidence, you will get 6 to 8 hours of confidence rewiring your brain. We're going to talk more about that on the next one, but we are going to do that exercise. We are going to do confidence. We don't wait, we do. We are going to do confidence with no regard for past failures, only the past wins, because the past wins are the positive outcomes that you stored in your internal memory bank that you can make withdrawals on, unlimited withdrawals on, in the present moment to make yourself more confident. A good memory is in the internal memory bank. They call it a memory bank, and you can make unlimited withdrawals. It never runs out. It never runs out. The memory is always yours. You earned it. You won. You put the work in. You can listen. Your spirit, man, the inside you, the real you, can eat off that. Can eat off that for the rest of your life. Okay, and that's gonna happen. Now, we're gonna be tying it and taking it to a whole nother level on the next call, which will be next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is going to be the Confidence Series Part 3. I just want to congratulate and thank everybody for making it this far, because 50% of people will never attend this call and never learn this information. You're not going to teach this in school, not going to teach this at your job, okay? 50% of people won't ever learn this stuff, and another 20% will not ever implement it. So if you're on this call, you're watching this on recording, you're getting this information, congratulations on being in the top 50%. Okay. But but be one of the 20, don't be the 20% of that 70% total. Don't be part of the 20% of the top 50% who never put this information into practice on a regular basis and make it a part of a routine. Okay. So yeah, all of the videos are going to be on there. Yeah, thanks. Miriam got recordings, Coach Marcus got recordings. They're all on our team YouTube channel, OneTeamOneDream.com, One Team One Dream YouTube channel, things of that nature. So I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. I love you, guys and girls. Cannot wait to see y'all on the next call. We got a great week coming up with calls. I think we got Coach Sonic on Wednesday. We got Coach Marcus and Coach Tina on Thursday. Friday we got off, and then Saturday night we're hanging out with Coach Marcus. That's always a great call. Always a great call. And a huge shout out to Superscribe, Sydney Brown, right out of Indiana. She put a link to the notes from this one in the comments. So if y'all want to hop on there and copy the link to the notes, and also if you're in the mood for a great book, I did not get paid to talk about this book. Sydney just dropped a new book on storytelling. You can get the Kindle version, the paperback, or the hardback version like I got. It's an amazing book. I have it right, where did I put it? I think, did MJ steal it? I think, yep, MJ stole it. She steals all my good books. She's probably reading now. But the point is, her book's on Amazon and it's available, and I highly recommend it. It's an amazing book. Coach Marcus got it. It's an excellent book on how to use stories to just really get your point across and influence. And from a leadership network marketing standpoint, it's probably one of the best books of the year, because one story can do more work than 30, 40, 50 pages of facts and figures and information. I'm telling you, that's just how the human brain works. And you'll learn more about that in the book. Okay. So y'all have a great day. Love you guys so much. We'll catch y'all on the next one. And y'all have a good night.